Political and civil unrest in Bangladesh is intensified over a government job quota system. The system reserves 30% of positions specifically for freedom fighters who fought in the 1971 Liberation War as well as their children and grandchildren. In 2018, this quota was abolished following protests that it was unfair and did not provide equal opportunities for job seekers. However, this month the quota was reinstated by Dhaka's High Court, leading to these protests. The protests that erupted last week turned into one of the worst outbreaks of violence in recent years, killing almost 150 people. More than 500 people, including some opposition leaders, have been arrested over days of clashes. And what has Prime Minister of Bangladesh Sheikh Hasina done about it? Initially, she was ignorant and kept neglecting, which made the student more rebellious. But now she is trying to maintain law and order. All schools and colleges are closed, security forces are deployed, and the internet has been shut down. Prime Minister Hasina mentioned that she is open to reforming the quota. But the question is, does the quota benefit her allies, and if yes, then why would she reform it? Protesters argue that the quota system in Bangladesh public sector employment is discriminatory and unfairly advantages supporter of Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, Awami League party which led the independence movement. The main challenge faced by Sheikh Hasina is the West scrutiny. The US and Europe have already criticized the Bangladesh election as unfair, and now Matthew Miller, spokesperson for the US State Department, mentioned that they call on the government to uphold individuals' right to protest peacefully. Hasina values Western opinions significantly due to the critical role Dhaka's textile exports play in the economies of the US and Europe. She understands that the importance of maintaining positive relations to avoid any actions that could lead Western nations to impose sanctions on Bangladesh's trade. One more problem Hasina is facing is the recurring protests by the citizens, since public protests are very common in the country. Hasina has blamed the main opposition, Bangladesh Nationalist Party and Jamaat-e-Islami, and their student wings for the violence, saying her government will work to suppress these militants and create a better environment. Amid these protests, the Indian Border Security Force (BSF) has intensified security checks at the Fulbari immigration checkpost in Jalpaiguri, India, specifically targeting students and Bangladeshi nationals entering the country. The Indian High Commission in Dhaka is coordinating closely with Bangladeshi authorities to ensure the safety of students traveling to India. To facilitate smoother travel, the Indian government has designated 3 key border crossings: Benapole to Petrapole, Gede to Darshana, and Akhora to Agartala to remain operational. India said at least 4,500 students had returned home from Bangladesh as of July 23. Meanwhile, West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee has said that the state would open its door for people in distress from the neighboring country. Finally, on 21st July, the Supreme Court ordered the quota for veteran descendants would be cut to 5%, with 93% of jobs to be allocated on merit. The remaining 2% will be set aside for members of ethnic minorities, transgender and disabled people.